Oh, hello everybody and welcome to Bleach Manga Chapter 625 live reaction and review. And one moment, hold on, what's going on here? Nope. Give me a second. Yo, long time no see, Kurosaki. You're Grimjow. Ooh, what footstep? Oh, that rate face. It's been a while since we've seen that. He looks so miserable, and now, the Panther. No, the Panther returns. Living Jaguar. He's a Panther, not a Jaguar. Here he comes, jumping down. Oh, wow, that belt looks like Yushima's. Wow. Oh, how many years has it been? Well, 7. For you, a year, over a year? How many years has it been? Looks like the scars you got from me have healed already. Of course they did. You're looking well too. I thought I died, didn't you? No way! Oh, unsheath that blade! Oh, as if I could die without killing you first. I've waited all this time so I can get some payback. Oh! Nelliel! Oh! Oh, my girl! She's in adult form! How's she in adult form? Grim now all the way. Nell, I miss you so much, Ichigo. Oh! Oh, my girl. How long? It's been 3 years since we've seen her. Yeah, last time we saw her, Ichigo left her in, Orihime and Chad's care. Oh, Urahara-san made me this armband that lets me be in any form I want. Oh, right, so I can help you now. But, maybe I can't turn back into a child with this armband on. But oh well, why is Orihime blushing? Either way, you're probably thinking, cripes, why would Urahara make something like that? And let me tell you, that's not it. He's doing his part too. Oh, come on, Sado-kun. There's no way I'd think like that. Nelliel, damn it, what the hell was that for? You're in the way, get lost. Oh? My words exactly. If you're gonna start feck off a fight when we're already in one, I suggest you make yourself scarce as well. And I don't recall having to take orders from a number 6 like you. I beg your pardon. Nelliel, while you went toe-to-toe with Noitora, I will admit you did that, but the ranking system for you doesn't really apply. I mean, I don't really know how long it was since Noitora done the dirty on you, but I'm sure it was a while since, you know, by the time Haribel was found, Aizen betrayed. And I'm sure he had obviously had the Hokyoku. He powered up Xayel, Araniru, and Noitora. The Preveron lost their place. So yeah, you would have been long gone if that was the case. Yeah. Head dumbass numbers don't even matter now that Aizen's not here. Why don't we try it out then? Who deserves to be number 3? Wait, Grimjow. What the hell are you doing? Stop it. This place is full of idiots, I swear. That isn't what we're here for, remember? Huh? What the fuck is that? That's a cube. They'll find us, so could you please get your ass in here? What? What the hell's that box for? I'll tell you what it's for later, so... Riruka! Is that her name? No, Riruka! The Fullbring! Oh! Wait, what? No, I think I'm going crazy. Get your ass in here, quick. Yes! Oh, my boy! My gaming boy! Oh, Kubo! Yukio! I forgot his name. Oh, I feel so dreadful. Yukio, my boy. But hey, so he made... Oh, yeah, so he made the box. But hey, I'm sure you'd have noticed by now that this box here is one of my abilities. So come on in, we'll talk later. Locked. Oh! So what do you want me to tell you about now, Ichigo? Oh, so many scrumdiddlyumptious members. Where's Ganju, Time Tell No Lies, and... the book guy? I forgot his name. No, not Ganju. Ginjo. Everything! Why are you only telling me one part of the story? I don't even know what's happening now. Everything, tell me everything. And hey, why is it I'm the only one that doesn't seem to know anything? Exactly, he's right. Well, yeah, well, you've been so busy out there. There's nothing we could have done, you know? Oh, really? I'm sure you had the chance to tell me. You know, like when we were coming here and what's with that annoyed face. Oh, Bleach is great. Well, we'll leave that aside then. Oh, so you're ignoring it then. Kurosaki-kun, we're moving on to some images now. Ooh, yay! The Soul Society and the present world is connected by the Dankai. You noticed, don't you? Yeah. Oh, I thought we were going into the past then. Never mind. And around the Dankai, there are these little pockets called the Kyogoku, yeah, which become the gathering ground for souls that have escaped. That's where Garganta comes in to fill in those voids, right? You've passed through these a few times just yourself, so you're probably aware, but Garganta is something that has an unsteady Reiatsu, whatever, and is always releasing said Reiatsu to make its path. If it doesn't do so, it won't have a means of moving. Which brings us back to that talk about the Kyogoku. That place, for some reason, has remained there as some sort of reishi storage unit. Oh, they came to wake up Mundo! Oh! Some people deduce that it was probably because of the structure. I'm talking about Riruka and Yukio. I can see like Urahara just peering out of his tent. The structure of its own reishi that has kept the Kyogoku there, and Kisuke plans on using this whole thing. That's why he sought them all out. So, what you're saying is you haven't freed Harley Bell. The power to control space at his own will with only electricity. Not entirely accurate, but whatever. The ability to freely move people and objects into or out of anything that she adores. Him being able to just find us like that is pretty creepy. We used Riruka's powers to move the whole Kyoka into a box, and then change that into a room and some rails with Yukio's powers. Voila! What we're in right now. Well, it was a success, but its movements are fairly restricted. What it can do right now is move between here and the Soul King's palace, or at least until the nail is put in, until the nail I put in the ground. Right? But with this, we could get into the enemy's base without letting a single bit of Reiatsu slip. What? Why didn't you do that in the first place then? What was the point of the first assault? Oh, wait, he was already there, so yeah, gotta say the assault. But, surely... no. Now it's time for us to spring and attack on them. We'll take them all out in one go, Ichigo. Hey, who's saying hey? Oh. They've made themselves at home. Oh, wait, they don't look zombified anymore. And you sure we can be wasting time here? There's nothing we can do about it. If we were anywhere near His Majesty now, he'd probably eat us up too. Alright. Hey, what's wrong, newbie? Why the worried face? His Majesty will be fine. He's swallowing the Soul King up in no time and become even more powerful than before. Lily's just staring at Hoshwald, I'm assuming. Yeah, I guess. Huh? The Soul King's gone. Okay, and right, be right back. Okay. Now, first I just want to get this out of the way. If that was the plan from the beginning, you know, sneaking into the enemy's base with the help of Riruka and Yukio, why didn't they do that in the first place? Yes, I know, they were rushed for time, but let's say this. Right, they arrived on Soul Palace when Ichibi exploded. Okay, right. They revived him, and they had enough time Well, they didn't revive him, he revived himself. So I still call bullcrap on that, but whatever. And I'm assuming it was a fair bit of way to get to the Soul King's palace as a whole. But they had no idea. Right, they obviously knew that there was going to be fighting. That's a given. But what they couldn't have foreseen was the fact that Ichibi was killed. Okay? If the purpose of Riruka and Yukio's recruitment was to do this, which is why Urahara found them, he planned that since, obviously, as a contingency, just in case, they got into the Soul Palace. If that's the case, why in God's name did they waste time with the rocket? I mean, I said this already, like when I thought that it was a bit iffy that the Garganta got there, if they could do done now, why couldn't have, when the rocket chapter happened, Grimmjow come in, like, with Ganjun obviously coming in, like that was a surprise factor for that chapter, although not majorly, and I was like, oh god, okay. Right, I was hoping for Grimmjow then, but if they could do this now, they obviously could have done it in the beginning, from the way that, like Urahara was like coming out of his tent in Wako Mundo, obviously after the I'm assuming now, obviously after the conversation he had with Ichigo. When the hell was that? I think it was chapter 519? Something along those lines. Anyway, you get my point. If this could have been done from the beginning, why couldn't they have done that? I mean, you're probably saying, oh, they didn't do it because Ichibi wouldn't have come back. I don't really care about Ichibi. No offense to the guy. I mean, yes, he's a cool character, but still, he, in my opinion, he should have stayed dead. But he's back, and he's not really powerful at all now, so he's not really of much help. But again, you gotta look at it from this perspective. With all that Yoruichi's saying, she's basically saying, oh, we could have done this. We could have prevented the Soul King from being stabbed. We could have prevented him from being eaten. We could have prevented Ukitake potentially on his deathbed. We could have prevented all that. We didn't. We decided to go troll face on you and make it harder. Yeah. Okay? Now, I'm not... Yeah, from a story perspective, it would make the end game a little bit closer. I mean, as far as things been going, I mean, the end game has been stalled between the fight between Ichigo and Juha. I mean, that's been stalled. I mean, no ifs, no buts. I mean, and with this, it's just saying we're stalling it even more now. So yeah. Kind of strange. I mean, yes, you could say it took time for Thingy to get there, but yeah, you could say that. Yeah, you could say that. But yeah, they can. Wouldn't Ichigo been able to detect Grimmjow if he was coming out, with the Garganta instead of looking like, instead of like, sure, be surprised, but you should be like, wait, I sent something, instead of like, Yoruichi tapping on the door, I mean, and opening straight away. I mean, for that case, they would have been there a while. That's, But anyway, that aside, Nelliel is back, and she can transform into a normal and child form at free will. I know Hime is a little bit jealous. I mean, I don't really ship the Ichihime. For me, it's Ichirukia, however that one is called. I mean, yeah, that seems more logical than Ichihime, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, Ichigo's denseness aside, yeah, but that's another thing entirely. So yeah, she, like, garrots Ichigo. And then, Grimmjow was like, hey, bitch, what are you doing? I wanted to fight them. And she was like, hey, I don't remember taking orders from number 6. And I'm just like, hang on. No way. I mean, there's obviously a vast difference in power. I will say this, like, Nelliel was number 3. And I will admit she was probably strong than Grimmjow. Now, I don't really think that's the case, because Grimmjow has had time to train, and Nelliel has probably trained herself, but at the end of the day, she isn't what she used to be anymore. I mean, granted, she's probably stronger than what she was with Noritora, but at the end of the day, you gotta look at it from this thing. Yes, Nelliel could have killed Noritora if it wasn't for her child form. I will always admit that freely. I will always admit that. But at the end of the day, the one that got Noritora into his release state was Kenpachi. And if Nelliel, the former third Espada, couldn't get the fifth Espada, current fifth Espada, into his release form, then there's no way in hell that at present time that Nelliel would be able to force Grimmjow into his release state. There's no way. I mean, I'm just thinking it from this standpoint. I mean, I like both Nelliel and Grimmjow. I mean, I even shipped them together. But as far as power goes, to me, Grimmjow is the strongest. I mean, yes, Nelliel was in her prime before. She is strong now. I'm not going to say she's come in weaker, but either way, the release forms of the Aroncars, Espadas, whatever, are poison to the Quincy, as was mentioned before. But that aside, the strongest amongst the Espada right now is Grimmjow, in my opinion, in my honest opinion. I mean, we'll have to wait and see to see what happens. But if we're yeah, I just don't see Nelliel being stronger than him. To me, that was just her arrogance, playing in her arrogant attitude, because she always used that with Noritora, regardless. Because to me, that's probably because she was the one that tipped him over the edge. No ifs, no buts. But Grimmjow's a little bit strong-minded than Noritora. However, now I'm gonna say this. I had a little bit of a theory, a bit of an assumption. I'm segueing a bit, but bear with me. It's because I've been talking about Noritora a lot because of what Nelliel said. Damn you, girl. Love you though. Nice outfit, but don't like your arrogant attitude. When Noritora died, his last moments, we're seeing Nelliel. Now, I don't really know what happened after that. You know, I mean, yes, after Stark took Orihime. Kenpachi did leave the scene. And again, he went to fight bloody Byakuya and all that. I don't really know the distance between that. Let's just say, for argument's sake, he was out of the range where he killed Noritora and Tesla. Okay? Nelliel has shown pity before. Sometimes in the wrong way, sometimes in the right way. To me, the person that healed Grimmjow was Nelliel with her saliva, as she did with Dorodini. And Dorodini was out to kill Ichigo, as we saw, as well as Grimmjow, but obviously Ichigo was long gone. Now, to me, I don't think Noritora is dead. I don't know if it was confirmed, but this is just like a little bit of a mad theory of mine, that Nelliel used her saliva on him, healed up his wounds, and nursed him back to health, possibly. I think she would have got away, before he came conscious. But yeah, I just have that funny feeling, because if she is able to if she's going to heal, like Dorodini, when I'm assuming he threatened to kill her afterward. Yeah. I mean, if she's going to save someone that threatened to kill her, wouldn't it stand the reason that she is going to save someone who wanted to kill her? I mean, again, I don't know if Noritora was confirmed dead, but it's possible that Kubo could bring him back by using that. Because, yeah, stranger things have happened. I mean, if Ichibi can come back from, his body being exploded, then, yeah, I mean, nothing's impossible now. So yeah, where was I? Yukio and Riruka have returned. Now we just need to wait for the other full brings to return. That went training with Ganju. Ginju, book, Time Tell Knows Lies, and the book boy. Don't remember their names. Do apologise. They, use that box. Yeah, I mentioned all that. So they return. Yay. Nelliel's back. Hallelujah. The Avengers don't look deathly as they did before. Kind of strange. Not going to complain. So they're not zombies as I once thought. Well, I didn't. Well, that went down the tube when, what was his fucking name? I think his name's Valkyrie. I don't know. 4 said, like, we approve to you. But now that they don't look like that, and yeah, I don't think they were zombies. I think they're fully resurrected. Well, they are fully resurrected, but yeah, they're not bloody what Toshiro was. So yeah, now Soul King is fully gone. Juha has consumed him. Don't really know the purpose of it. Maybe he was just like, amplifying his powers of his own. But I still, well, if that's the case, I'll probably debunk the demigod idea that I had. Probably not, but we'll see how things go. I still hold firm that there are other demigods. But yeah. Awesome chapter, not gonna lie. Little bit fiddly with the box thing. I mean, you could argue that it takes time to transport them, but yeah. I mean, that knock thing was just pretentious. I mean, that just makes me say that they were there for ages, and then Grimjow was just like, oh, finally the bitch has opened up. So yeah. Nelliel's back in in her adult form. Hallelujah. I mean, obviously, Kisuke would have an idea of what to do, because he is bloody an awesome plot device. I say that, with awesomeness and not being sarcastic or anything. But there was another way that I saw people had the idea of how she would go back to her adult form, and I like that idea better, not gonna lie, compared to this one. But either way, Nelliel's back. Riruka, meh. But Yukio, but the full brings are back, at least most of them. Dirty Boots lost her powers, didn't she? I think she did. I'll have to check that out. I'll have to look that up. But either way, two Espadas are back. Two full brings are back. Juha has consumed the Soul King. Why? I don't bloody know. And Yoruichi is a troll. Yeah. So yeah, awesome chapter, very dialogue heavy, like that. Good to see the returns. Nice to see Nelliel in her adult form, and not have to worry about her reverting back. Midway into a fight. Again, still hold firm that Grimjow is stronger than her. But yeah, I will give this chapter a 9 out of 10. Really enjoyed it. I will see you next time.